Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Joyce time. Another reading for you I've picked out. Shall we see what this one is? It's actually in Chronicles, First Chronicles. It's on page 613 if you want to follow through. And it is called Do Things God's Way. Let's see what we have here. Remember, this is Joyce telling us all of this. Let's get going. As believers, we need to be reminded of our heritage in God. The author of 1 Chronicles, presumed to be Ezra, provides us with a list of families among God's people, and as he does, we can remember and honour the legacy of faith in our own lives. 1 Chronicles 1:27 mentions Abraham. We recall that Genesis 12 teaches us that God called Abraham to leave his family, his home, and all he was familiar with to go to a place where God would show him. Just imagine, Abraham left everything, not having any idea where he was supposed to go. As a result of his radical obedience, God made some very radical promises to him. Promises of blessing, wealth, fame, leadership, descendants, and so on. God entered into a covenant with Abraham, changing his name to Abraham. See Genesis 17:5. God told Abraham that if he would believe, it would be counted to him as right standing with God, and he will be taken care of in every way. See Genesis 15:5 and 6. Abraham believed God. That is all God asks of us, to believe, not just for things, but in and through things. Abraham believed God for a child that would be his first heir, but he had to believe God through some difficult and lengthy things before he saw the promised child. You might say that those years of waiting were his silent years, during which he believed God, even though neither he nor anyone else saw an outward evidence that God had truly spoken to him. It's this faith thing, isn't it? Believing and faith in God. It's not something you can see, you just have to have it. During those silent years of waiting, Abraham took action that was not God-inspired when he followed his wife's advice and took her maid to be his second wife. Abraham's name has a prophetic meaning, father of a multitude, because God was planning to make him father of many nations. But because Abraham and his wife Sarah got tired of waiting for God's promise, they took matters into their own hands. And Sarah's maid by Abraham gave birth to Ishmael. Although Abraham loved Ishmael, he was not the promised child and eventually brought great pain and difficulty into Abraham's life. There are times in our lives, as in Abraham's, when God simply lets us go our own way so we can learn by experience that our way does not work. We suffer during these years. We experience confusion and frustration, but we eventually emerge from our struggles as changed people, finally ready to do things God's way. There you go. Sometimes we do get a bit short on waiting, don't we? We're not too good at it. I know I'm not too good on it. Perhaps it's just a me thing. I don't know if you are or not. But other times, if you just wait and listen, then you'll get. If you're like me, I don't get a direct voice that says, okay, it's time to do this. Okay, it's time to do that. No, it's a feeling. And that feeling is, this is the right path, or that's the right path. Of late, my YouTube videos have been changing. I had all my Bibles, and we did all my Bible reviews, and we did all the dressings of the Bibles. And they went on for nearly 2 years, because there's so many Bibles. But now, I've actually stopped purchasing Bibles. I'll get the odd one. Yes, I know. I'll still get the odd one, but not like I was. And now I've changed to be doing readings out of Joyce. And this seems to be a way that I'm to go. It's like, you have enough Bibles, Lynn. How many Bibles can you have? Let's change it a bit and let's do some reading. So I'm still reaching out. I'm still sharing my love of God and my love of my Bibles, actually. But in a different way. I'm doing crafts. They're different. They're different to my drawing all the time. I'm now doing sewing and things. It's never been known for me, but I'm having a go. And I think it's good to have changes sometimes, as long as you go the right way to change. Have a think about that one. Just sit back and, what am I being led to do? What am I charging at that's not actually so good for me? And I'm sure the answers will come to you, hopefully. So there we go. Do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe. You never know what's coming next. More of Joyce, more of sewing, more of crafts, more of wool, more of art. You name it, it's coming. Just to say, you stay safe, you take care, and it's bye-bye for now.